So, during this workshop, I'm going to show you the secret of making an easy $5,000 a month within the next 22 days, and then also how to scale that to $10,000 monthly within the next 55 days. And I'm also, on top of that, going to share with you the exact blueprint that I follow that generates me between $100,000 to $180,000 each and every month. If that sounds good, then just put into the chat box down below, let's go, with like loads of O's at the end of it. Awesome. Yeah, let's go. All right. So you're about to see exactly how to turn 45 minutes a day into at least $5,000 in monthly profits with live proof. I'm going to show you how to leverage YouTube for profits without making any videos. I'm going to show you how to bank passive income without your own products. And I'm also going to show you how to scale to game-changing wealth without any risk whatsoever. So what is this about? Okay, and I'm sure you're asking this question. Well, during this call, I'm going to show you 3 out-of-the-box ways to make big money online. These are going to consist of 1, the free method, 2, the money on demand method, and number 3, the money multiplier method. Now, the best part about this is that you don't need any startup costs, you don't need any experience, and you don't need any products either. The profit potential is literally unlimited, and you'll see that later on. So, what is this not about? Well, it's not about MLM or pyramid schemes. It's not about drop shipping or Shopify, trading, Amazon, eBay, or doing any kind of selling or doing any kind of hard work either. And it's also not about Bitcoin. So who's this workshop for? Well, first of all, it's for those of you that are stuck in a soul-sucking 9-to-5 job, making your boss rich, trading your time for money, and wanting more out of life. It's also for those of you that want to stay at home and watch your children grow up and not miss any of those golden moments in their life, like riding their bike for the first time. Okay, it's also for those of you that enjoy travel like myself and you want a portable business that you can take with you anywhere in the world and work from your hotel room, your resort, as long as you have an internet connection. And it's also for those of you that are looking to make a side income on top of what you're already doing. Now, it's also for retirees who are looking to enjoy their golden years in complete financial comfort. Because here's the thing, here's the shocking reality, okay? Around 48% of Americans have less than $10,000 saved for retirement. That is a scary statistic, right? And you know that Social Security just doesn't cut it anymore, which is super scary. Okay, but here's Audrey, okay, she's 67 years old, she retired last month, and she started implementing this system that I'm about to reveal to you only 4 days ago, and now she's pulling in $100 days, which is awesome, right? And it's a great start to her golden years. So here's what you don't need to do this method. You don't need an audience, you don't need any kind of social media like Instagram, Facebook, you don't need any of your own products, you don't need to talk to any clients, you're not going to be recruiting people, you don't need any staff, you can do this completely on your own, you don't need any investments or hard costs, and you can get started with this system 100% for free, and I'll reveal that in the free method in just a second. But just to show you what this system translates to in the real world, let me show you what this system has done for me in the past couple of years alone. So I'm just going to log into my accounts here, and you can see in my first account here it's given me over $160,000. This account here in the past 30 days alone, $31,000. And you can see some of this activity, which has started around 2019 onwards, which is only a couple of years ago. See, there's a couple of 100,000 withdrawals there. And as we scroll through, you can see there's tons of withdrawals. And if I just go back, you can see that in total, inside of this account alone, I've withdrawn $1.9 million. Now, I've actually got 17,200 in here right now that I'm actually just going to withdraw because I might as well, because it's just finished clearing. So $17,000. Let me withdraw this to my bank account. Confirm. Boom. And that's not it. I've also got another account here that I can show you. In the past 4 weeks, it's generated $73,000. And if I just go back to the past 12 months, there's 1.3 million in here as well. So it's a lot of money to be earning in the past year alone, or even in the past 2 years. You know, this is like 1.9 million plus 1.3 million. It's a lot of money. And I've actually got another $34,000 that I can pay out right now as well. So we've got 35,000 here. Let me just pay this out. So what have we done here? We've done 35,000 here. We've done another 17,000 here. That's got to be like over, what, 50K, right? So what would you do, okay? If you were me in my position right now, you've just withdrawn 50K live in front of your eyes. You've just withdrawn this yourself. What would you do with this kind of disposable income? What would you buy? I mean, you could buy a nice car for that. You could buy a motorbike. You could invest in, well, you tell me what you would do with this kind of money. Just drop it into the chat box down below. Let's have a look. Okay, so I've got invest, I got buy a car, buy a motorbike. invest in a house, start flipping houses, invest in crypto. Yep, that's a great one. Crypto is really blowing up right now. Awesome. Yeah, there's a lot that you could do with that kind of money. And bear in mind, that's the money that I've earned in probably the past 5 or 6 days, which is insane, right? So here's a bunch of people who have attended this very call that you're watching right now, and they've all gone on to do some pretty decent numbers. See, Badra here from India, whose English is a second language, did $498 in his first 3 days. We've got Anantho here, in his first 3 days, did $887 after watching this call. We've also got Bradley, who's a full-time builder. He actually has a full-time job, and he made $277 as well within a couple of days of watching this call too. We've also got some bigger earners like Trevor Carr, who so far has done over $200,000 with this, and also Tim Verdu, who's cranking out $40,000 each and every month. So when you stay to the end, you'll be able to pick up these 2 juicy bonuses too. I'm going to give you a full video course that's going to show you in real time how you can make $100 a day directly from your mobile phone without a computer or anything like that. I'm also going to give you access to some free traffic software that I'm actually selling at the moment for $97. This is yours completely free when you stay to the end. You'll be able to pick up both of these products at the end on the final slide of this workshop. There'll be a URL where you can download this stuff, right? So I've just got one request. Kindly close down Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, and Zoom, because these are only going to distract you, and I need your full attention throughout this workshop. I understand that you're probably super skeptical right now, and that's okay, because I know that there's a lot of fake gurus out there, there's a lot of BS, there's a lot of BS offers out there as well. But all I'm asking you to do is take a look with your own eyes on this system that I'm about to reveal to you, okay? And then you can make up your mind. Either way, the training on this call is going to be completely free, so you've really got nothing to lose. So I'm just asking that you come into this with an open mind, with no prejudices, all right? So I've actually made a case study that I want to show you to prove to you how well this system works. So if you'd like to watch that case study, then just type into the chat box down below, play the case study, and I'll play this for you right now. Okay, play the case study. Awesome. Now, please bear in mind, okay, that I live in Bali, and Bali is 12 hours ahead of New York, because I reference midnight in New York inside of this case study, and while it's noon over here, because I'm 12 hours ahead. So just bear that in mind. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's 03:35 in the morning on the 6th of January in Eastern Time, right? Now, the product that I'm using this for, that I'm reviewing, is called Avatar Builder, okay, and it's going live on January the 6th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means it's just over 11 and a half hours from now that this is going to go live. So if I go to my JVZoo account and I click the refresh button, okay, see it's refreshing. At the moment, I've got a big fat 0 in there, okay? Now, this is hopefully going to change. I don't know what's going to happen, but what I do know is I'm going to come back in around 15 or 20 hours time when I wake up tomorrow morning, and we're going to log in. We're going to see if I've actually made any money from this video. 6:15 p.m. in the US on the 6th of January, right? So it's been, I'm just going to log into my JVZoo account, and it's been about 3 hours, just over 3 hours since this product went live. And there we go. Remember, there's a big fat 0 before, and well, now there's $459. This is just from 3 hours. I'm gonna go to Google, and so you can see what time it is right now in Eastern Standard Time, which is New York time. It's almost midnight, which means the clocks are going to reset in just a second. So I'm just going to log into my JVZoo account so you can see exactly how much this one video, this one review video, has generated for me. So, boom, there you go. $782 in less than 24 hours from one simple video. How epic is that? So $782 from one single video that I uploaded in less than 24 hours, it brought in that money. Now, this is just a quick case study of what I'm going to be revealing to you on the call, so you can go and do this for yourself, right? So it's okay to be skeptical, and John Shea here was skeptical too. He says here, I've been burned by big promises before, so I wasn't sure this would work. John Armstrong and his method seems so different and real. Sure, glad I stuck with it, because the results are out of this world. And you can see so far, he's done over $24,000, and he actually messaged me the other day to say, I also thought I'd share, I bought a house. Check it out. This is the house that he's bought as a result of just doing this, which is epic, don't you think? Okay, so I've had a ton of people have asked me to take this down because this is not widespread information and nobody else will share this info with you because there's only a handful of people that are actually doing this and they want to keep it that way. They don't want to share this. So there's really only around 200 people doing this the way that I'm showing you today. And if you compare that to the hundreds of thousands doing mainstream methods like Amazon, you can see why this will never get saturated. And there's virtually no competition either. And you can see why they don't want me to share this with you either. So, why am I sharing this insider information for free? Well, there's actually two reasons. The first reason is partly selfish, and that is that if you do great with this, we could end up partnering together on projects that will grow my business. So that's the first reason. The second reason is that this system came to me at a real turning point in my life. And I know that the past year has been super brutal for a lot of people. You see, not that long ago, I was at a crossroads in my life because I'd been through the whole system. I'd been to school, I'd been to university, and that got me into $50,000 worth of debt. So I landed myself a job as a teacher, and I did this for 9 years, and I only got paid $1,100 a month, working 40 hours a week. Plus I had a 2-hour commute each day, which really sucked. And don't you think that it's unfair that people that do the hardest jobs usually get paid the lowest amount? I mean, I've done a ton of different types of jobs. I've cleaned toilets in an old people's home. I've been a cleaning service in a supermarket working nights. I've worked in a steel factory working night shifts. I've been a builder's labourer, shoveling back-breaking amounts of sand and bricks every day. And it's always the people that do the hardest type of jobs like this that end up getting the least amount of money. I personally think it is super unfair when you got people like your boss that just sit around and they get paid 3, 4, 5 times more than you and they're not really doing any work at all. So can you imagine me being college educated to get a supposedly respectful teaching job to be making less than $7 an hour? I mean, forget saving, forget paying off my debt, forget being able to afford a vacation, and forget having any money to enjoy retirement with. I mean, do you know anyone in that situation where they pretty much have to work until they're dud, getting chewed up by the system and spat out at the age of 65? So here's what I did. I took a second job as a musician working weekends, which only limited my time even more. And after 9 years of doing this and being jarred awake by an alarm clock every single morning, the first thought that used to come into my head every single day was, is this it? Is this what life is going to be like from now on? So from there, it was a quick dip into booze and drugs as an escape from my sad reality and my frustration. Do you know anybody like that has turned to drugs and alcohol to try and ease their sad life or their sad reality or try to help them cope with the situation that they're in? Yeah, I bet you know somebody like that. Well, this was right around the time when my wife had had enough and she walked out on me as well. And that just makes me another statistic helped along by financial stress. So, all in all, this left me completely homeless. I couldn't afford to buy any more drugs. My only option was to rehab, cold turkey, and crash at my sister's house. So, after 2 weeks of going through cold sweats and having nightmares during the day of dead babies crawling across the ceiling, I pulled through it, and I got off the drugs, and I got away from the cold sweats and the paranoia, but it still left me with this problem that I was in $50,000 worth of debt. And I'd have called you bonkers if you'd have told me in 2017, once I've just got clean off these drugs, that in 2 years' time, I'd be a millionaire. I'd have called you bonkers. And this is my why for sharing this today, because the system that I'm about to show you today is the one thing that got me out of the dark and broke place that I was in. And today, more than ever, there's a lot of darkness out there, and people need help all the time. So maybe that's one of the reasons why you joined this workshop, right? Now, if you want to know how I did it, just type into the chat box down below, how did you do it? Okay, how did you do it? Okay, lots of how did you do it coming through. Okay, well, here's how I did it. I browsed forums and I browsed the internet for literally months trying to figure out what was going to work. And do you ever find yourself doing this too? I mean, hoping that something will just jump out at you. Well, here's some of the things that I tried. I tried e-commerce, I tried Shopify, and that got crazy popular. But it was harder than doing a full-time job. Drop shipping, buying inventory up front, there's tons of risk. I also tried Amazon, which is massive, so massive that it's flooded with competition. And even if you try the affiliate side of it, the commissions are like 3%, which is going to give you enough money probably to just buy a loaf of bread. So you name it, I tried it. I tried CPA, I tried MLM, I tried pyramid schemes, I tried filling out surveys, I tried network marketing, affiliate marketing, trading, Bitcoin. Nothing really worked until I discovered softwares and digital products. And this is where the $5,000 a month system got its start. So the reason software and digital products are so powerful is because instead of giving you 3% commissions like some of these Amazon products, software and digital products give you 50 to 100% commissions every time. And that's a lot of money. Okay. Also, the payments are instant. You don't have to wait for 3 months like you do with Amazon. There's a huge market. It's a multi-billion-dollar recession-proof industry. So what I did is I applied some of the stuff that I've learned by promoting Amazon products to this. So you're probably asking, did it work? Well, here's the thing. I had an interview lined up the following week to get my old job back with my old boss right here, who I detested. I hated this guy. And I really didn't want to be forced back to doing this 40-hour week for $7 an hour. So I was praying that this would work. So did it. And I went to bed worried. But the next morning I woke up and I'd made $51, which doesn't sound like a lot of money, but it was a massive breakthrough for me at the time, believe me. So I wanted to make sure that this wasn't a fluke. So I plugged the system in again and I made $161. I plugged it in the next day and I made $171. I plugged it in the next day, I made $187. And for this week, I'd made over $750, which was huge. So I felt that I finally had this win button on my desk that I could just smash whenever I wanted to. This was a massive thing for me. I was so pumped about this because I just discovered a way that I could make money for free whenever I wanted to. And the money was much bigger than I ever got at my previous job. And I also canceled that job interview because I knew I would never have to re-enter the job market ever again, which is epic. So to prove to you the progression that I had in real time, I'm going to go into my Facebook account and I'm going to show you exactly what happened since 2016, 2017, because I know you have a question in your head, which is this real? Okay. And I'm going to prove to you right now that this is real. So check it out. I'm going to go into my Facebook and you can see, look at this picture, right? This is from 2016. Look how sunken my eyes are into the back of my head. This is the height of my drug addiction right here. So as we move forward, it's probably around this time when I started to get cleaned up. You see, I'm still doing bits and bobs of music work and stuff like that. And as we move forward, okay, I'm definitely clean by this point, which is October 2017. And this is where I started to discover the system. In fact, you can see here, this is where I started making some decent money, $367 in a day. The day before, $643. And this is January 2018. So right at the beginning of 2018, probably a couple of months after I discovered this system. And as we move forward, you see, I got remarried at the end of 2016, and this is my wife Chicha, and we were finally able to start traveling, okay? We went to this place. It's on an island in North Sumatra, and these bungalows only cost $16 per night. So it's nothing flashy, but we were actually able to go on vacation, which is crazy. And things start getting better and better and better. You can see here, I had my first $1,000 day in February 2018. So things really started to snowball. And then we were able to go over and visit my sister. We went over to Thailand. We took the kids to Bali. We went over to Europe to go and see my parents. We rented this car, which is the first time I'd ever driven a nice car in my life. And you can see here, I had my first $5,000 day, which is September 2018. Less than a year since I discovered this system in the first place. And then you can see money is just coming in and things just go crazy. You know, we're flying over to Canada to meet some friends. We're having $7,000 days here. We're going on all these lavish holidays and excursions. And we're flying first class, we're flying business class. Things are just getting out of hand, right? So that is the progression that I had. And bear in mind, you know, back in 2017, I was addicted to drugs. I was in debt by $50,000. And if I can do this, what is stopping you from doing this? Okay, so I'm going to go back into the slides now. And if you found that story inspiring, then just type into the chat box, inspiring. Okay, well, James Fawcett thought so too, and he says here, using the system Jono's teaching really speaks volumes. In the last 12 months, I've consistently hit 5-figure months. In my opinion, success leaves clues. And you can see he's done over $445,000, okay, in the past 12 months, which is epic. Now, here's where we're going to get into the training. So I'd like you to go and grab a pen and paper, because I'm going to be throwing a lot of information to you quite quickly, and I want you to be able to write this down, right? So here's what I did between 2017 and 2018. And this is called the free method. Now, most people try to monetize YouTube the hard way with AdSense. And that takes around 1,000 views on a video just to make $1. Now, in order to do that, you have to constantly make videos and promote your channel 24/7. And it basically takes years for you to grow a YouTube channel to the point where you're making any decent money. So we're not going to do that. And that's not what this is about. This is an underground way of banking $100 to $200 every day like clockwork without making a single video. That's awesome, right? So let me ask you a question right now. Let's say that you want to buy a new product. Let's say that it's the latest iPhone, okay? And this is due to be released next week. So you're excited about this. You want to find out more information about this new iPhone. What do you do? Okay, what do you do to go and find more information about this brand new iPhone that's coming out? Just type it into the chat box, right? Yeah, okay, so I've got Google it. I've got Google reviews. I've got tech magazines, YouTube reviews. Okay, yep, you go over to YouTube, you look for YouTube review videos, and this guy actually does this full time, right? Now, we're not going to be making videos like this guy does. And what this guy actually does is he gets the latest tech, or he gets the latest iPhone, and he actually does what's called an unboxing video. So he'll get early access to the latest iPhone, and he'll unbox it live in front of people's eyes, and he'll talk about the features, and he'll talk about the updates in this latest iPhone that will be coming out in a couple of weeks' time, right? Now, what a lot of people do is in the link in his description of his YouTube video, he has a link that goes to somewhere like Amazon, or it goes to the iBox shop, or wherever it is, and whenever somebody buys this iPhone from him, he'll get credited with the sale. Now, we already know that places like Amazon suck for commissions, so we're going to be doing the exact same process, but with these digital products and softwares. So how do we find out about these digital products and softwares? Well, it all revolves around this website, which is called Muncheye.com. Okay, write that down, Muncheye.com. And what this is basically a calendar of all digital products that are going to be released in the near future. And this is where we're going to get all of our juicy information from and all of our materials that we can make money with. So let's go over to Muncheye right now. And it looks like this, right? So you've got all of these entries in here for the different dates that are happening. And these are all digital products. These are all either software or training courses. And look, they're giving away a massive amount of percentage commission. Like this one, $13 at 100%, $17 at 50%. This one, $9 at 100%, you know, and even some of these bigger ones like $2,497. Now, we'll talk about high ticket stuff later on, but the one that I'm going to use as an example is this one right here. It's by a guy called Sam Becker. It's a software which is called Grow Viral, okay, and it's going to cost $37, and they're going to give us 50% of that $37, which is huge. That's going to be around $18 or something like that every time this sells. So the process is pretty simple. All we need to do is go and open up that particular entry, okay, and it's going to look something like this. The only bit that we need to worry about is this bit where it says JV page. Now, you don't really need to worry about what this means. Just click on the URL that's next to it. So open that up, and it's going to open up what's called the JV page, where you can actually get more information about this software that's about to go live in a few days' time or a few weeks' time, right? Now, the only two things that we need to do once we're on this page is, first of all, we need to go and get our promotional link. Okay, that's the first thing that you need to do. So go and grab your promotional link, because we're going to be putting this into the description of our YouTube video, which is going to enable us to get paid. So it's very important that you go and grab your promotional link. Secondly, you're going to scroll down the page and you're going to look for a demo video. Now, inside of this demo video, like for example, this one here, is 12 minutes long, and it's going to give potential customers a look inside of this software and show people exactly how it works, right? Just like the guy who's doing these unboxing videos. The only difference is that this guy is actually making the videos. He's going on camera, he's showing his face, and he's talking. But at the end of the day, he's just showing details about this product. We're getting to do the exact same thing by just using somebody else's demo video instead of us having to go on camera. How awesome is that? So to accomplish this, all we need to do, we've got our promotional link. We go to this demo video, right click, and click on copy video URL. Once we have that URL, you're just simply going to go over to Google and type in YouTube to MP4. Because MP4 is a video file, right? So you're just going to type that into Google, and you're going to have all of these results. Now, all of these websites here, completely free of charge, will take that YouTube video, okay, and they will allow you to download that video file to your computer, right? So I'm just going to show you how this works. I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to select MP4. I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste in that video URL from that demo video that we just copied. I'm going to click on convert. And what this is going to do is it's going to convert that video and allow us to download this video to our computer. So we can download it right here and then we get the video file downloading. So once you've downloaded that video, the only thing that you need to do is just upload that video to YouTube. Right, so I'm having a few comments in the chat about copyright issues and channel strikes. Well, here's the thing. These vendors set these demo videos to what's called Creative Commons. Now, if you understand YouTube, you'll probably know what that is. But basically what it means is it's a YouTube license that allows anyone to reuse the video as they see fit. They want you to use their demo video as it helps them to promote their product, right? So in answer to your question, there's no copyright issues, there's no channel slaps either. This is so ridiculously easy, right? All you need to do is take the demo video from that page, run it through this software, download it, and then re-upload it to YouTube with your promotional link in the description. That makes this the easiest way to get paid without doing much at all. Awesome, right? Do you think you can do this? Yes. Yeah, I think so too. Anyway, let's move on. So now you're probably asking, well, how can I get my video to the top of YouTube for maximum exposure? Well, that's easy. You can use a backlinking software like this one here called Done For You Suite 2.0. This will send backlinks to your video URL and boost it to the top of the search in YouTube and get in front of the eyes of all of these people that are actively searching for a review of that particular product. You see, YouTube is owned by Google and Google's algorithm relies heavily on backlinks to boost content. So this tool, and just go ahead and Google it, Done For You Suite 2.0, it will get your videos to the very top of YouTube search, even with a brand new channel and 0 subscribers. How cool is that? So you're probably now asking, okay, well, how do I get paid? This is pretty simple, right? You go into your promotional account. And in this case, the account that I use is called Warrior Plus. Now, it's completely free of charge to set up an account with Warrior Plus. And this is going to allow you to get paid, right? Now, I'm just going to show you an example right here. And I'm going to go into my stats from this past week. You can see it right here. Now, there's one product here, which is called 5-Figure Day Full Throttle. Now, if I go over to YouTube and I search 5-Figure Day Full Throttle review, you can see this is my video right here. And I made this a year ago, right? I made this a year ago and it's still made me money this week. In fact, it's brought in $194 this week. And I've only just done this video once. I uploaded this video last year. You know, it's still making me money. And if I go into the stats on this particular product that I had this video for, and I just go all time, okay, you can see that in total, this one video that I uploaded a year ago has generated me over $5,800, which is insane considering this took me literally 5 minutes to download from somebody else's page, upload to my YouTube, and then stick my promotional link in the description. And this is why there's so many people who don't want you to know about this, right? So, pretty epic, don't you think? Now I'm going to show you how you can withdraw this money. So you'd simply go to my account, inside of Warrior Plus, which I said is free to set up. You go to merchant accounts, and here you can withdraw the money either by integrating your PayPal account or integrating your bank account directly. You can withdraw this money directly to your bank account. So if you don't have a PayPal account, you don't want one, you can just do this. It's super, super easy. Okay, so I've just got another case study for you to prove how you can blow this up and make this completely passive just by downloading other people's videos and re-uploading them to YouTube with your promotional link. If you want to see this case study, just type down below passive income. Okay, yeah, passive income. All right, I'm going to play this case study for you. So this is going to go live at 10 a.m. on the 2nd of May, which is about 12 hours from now. So I'm just uploading my video. We'll come back and we'll see how this does. I'm not going to email or anything for this. I'm just purely going to make this review video and see how much money we can make. Hopefully a couple of $100, but we'll see. Now, a couple of days have passed actually. It's Thursday the 7th of May 2020 at 6:55 p.m. in Eastern Standard Time. So let's just go in and see how much this has done. So the product was called WP Money Machine that I made this video for. I've done 20 sales. And it's generated a total of $164. This is completely free of charge, okay? I haven't paid a single penny to get this money. So if I just go back, okay, so this one right here, Tube Rank Machine 2.0. Let's open this one up because this is another one that I simply made a video for. This one right here, okay, Tube Rank Machine 2.0. You can see this is my video that I made 10 months ago, right? 10 months ago. And you can see, once this loads up, you can see that this video in 10 months passively has made me over $5,500 completely passively. All I did was make this one video 10 months ago, and the money has just been coming in on a daily basis. And this happens in my other account as well. You see, this is my JVZoo account, right? I've made $157 today. I haven't promoted anything on JVZoo for probably 2 weeks now. Okay, but if I go into my stats, we'll see where these sales actually came from. Okay, so we got a couple from Commission Gorilla, we got a couple from the upgrade of Commission Gorilla. These ones here, look, Bloom. This was a video that I made. Let me go and have a look. Okay, so let's just type in Bloom review. Alright, this was 2 years ago. Okay, so I made this video 2 years ago and I'm still getting paid from it today. You can see I've made one sale, that's $33. And this one, Video App Suite, I made this video probably about 3-4 months ago. You know, all of these other ones, I haven't done anything on JVZoo yet. I'm still able to make over $150 today from all of these videos, all of this real estate that I've added onto YouTube that I haven't paid a dime for, okay? This is completely free of charge.
How cool is that? So just picture that. I mean, you do something once, it costs you nothing, and it makes you 4 figures back passively over time. I mean, how many of these would you want to make? Exactly. And it's not just me. Look at this guy here. He's called Nicaldo, over 6 months ago, and still cashing out from this one video that he uploaded 6 months ago. So congratulations. You are now financially free. The best part about this is it's 100% free to start, okay? You're using other people's videos. You can start earning within the next 24 hours. There are multiple product launches happening every single day on Muncheye that you've seen. Every single day there's at least 5 that you can do, right? And if you can make at least $200 from one launch, that's a lot of money. And it's well worth the effort. You know, it becomes passive over time. And more importantly, it helps you to build capital for the next level. And you can see, I actually blew this method up to over $1,000 in one single day in 2018, which is insane, right? Cool. All right. And we've also got other people doing this. You see David Carso here saying, I only started learning this 4 days ago and he's already made $1,000. So it's not just me. These are regular people. Okay. So you're probably thinking, what now? Well, a lot of people stick exclusively to this free method, but it's not going to make you a millionaire, right? And that's fine. But I used some of my free method profits to reinvest, and I built my own virtual ATM machine. Now, you're probably a bit confused right now, don't worry. But if you would like to take this passive income to the next level, and I'll show you how to build your own virtual ATM machine, then just comment down below, lifestyle. Because I'm now about to show you how you can make lifestyle money.